can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, be funnelling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game, it's sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam show for Saturday, August the 10th. We're ready to go here in Major League Baseball today. Big card, including a doubleheader after the rainout yesterday. We've got 16 games to look at, and of course, we're also going to take a look here at NFL preseason action today. Plenty of games to choose from here as we get ready, and we're all ready to go here in just about 2 hours and 45 minutes for a big football card in the NFL. It's going to be pretty awesome. Have football pretty much all day and Major League Baseball as well. And we'll preview those games in just a moment. I want to thank everybody for coming in here to the Morning Steam show. There we go. All set and adjusted. Want to say hello to some folks waiting around for me to get here, including our look who here has opened the doors today. Curtis Mann. Thank you, Curtis. Terrific. Way to go. He's first here like old times. Jermaine's here today. Good morning to Thomas. Like and subscribe. Let's get it rolling here. Jacob here joining us. Ray Otachi as well. Ken Woods, good to see you. How you been? And Blake as well. Hey, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well on the website yesterday. And take a look at the hot handicappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. It was EPA Hoops, EPA Sports on top yesterday of the handicapper leaderboards with a perfect 3-0 mark. Great job there. And Bo Dunn, 4-1 yesterday. Great job by Bo. There's Ben Ruhala, 67%. Ron Hahn up there, up 250. Brandon Check, 75%. Hollywood Sam, a perfect 2-0. Stephen Duncan there, 3-2 yesterday. Tony T, 2-1. Ron Crawford, 3-2. Daniel Walasachuk, 2-1. Nick Lagaretos won his only play, as did Tim Irwin. Tony's Picks VIP 2-1, Jerry Lewis 2-1, and Scott Double Shooty also 2-1 yesterday. Over the last 7 days here at Tony'sPicks.com, it's Scott Double Shooty on top of the handicapper leaderboards, up 7 units of profit. Ron Hahn's up 6 3/4 units this week, as is Ben Ruhala. Brandon Check up there, 6.5 units of profit. Nick Lagaretos up nearly 6 units of profit. Last 30 days, Daniel Walasachuk up over 16 units. Nick Lagaretos nearly 11 units of profit. Scott Double Shooty's up there, 10 1/3 units of profit. Joseph Schultz up nearly 8 2/3 units of profit. Brandon Check up nearly 8.5 units of profit. Click on the All Cappers tab. That's how you'll find all the handicappers at Tony'sPicks.com. Pick the handicapper of your choice. Click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you would get signed up. I've got packages right now up and available in NFL preseason action, but also UFC Vegas 95 today at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. There's a UFC card. You can pick up my 5-pack of action here for the UFC on Saturday from here in Las Vegas at the Apex. So you can check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine here today. I also have a package of NFL preseason picks. A lot of people leave NFL preseason alone, so I've gone pretty hard here today with my NFL preseason package. I'll give you my best looks here today, and we'll preview the games also in just a moment. So thanks for listening to that. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, a few more names here to see here who we got. And we've got here Jeff Schramm joining us today as well as Panger. All right, good to have you guys. All right, going to get rolling here with the show, and let's get right into it today with Major League Baseball to start us off here for the card. And we'll take a look at the action here. There is a doubleheader. We'll go in chronological order, so we'll be talking about the first game first. First things first here, if you will. Let's take a look at the matchups here today and get rolling with the Rangers taking on the Yankees. Game one of the Twin Bill. It will be a traditional doubleheader here today with first game at 1:05 Eastern and 10:05 Pacific. Really the only true daytime start here today with the Rangers going up against the Yankees. Now, yesterday we know that with the rain out, the original scheduled matchup was Bradford and Rodon. So it looks like we're going to mix it up here a little bit in the doubleheader today with these two. For Eovaldi, he comes in with a 6.26 ERA in his last four starts. The Rangers are 5-2 with Eovaldi here of late. They've also gone over in 9 of his last 11 starts. Rangers have dropped 8 of their last 12 coming into this one. They've also gone over in 11 of their last 14 games. For Carlos Rodon, a 2.89 ERA in his last 3 starts, and they were all winners for the Yankees. The Yankees have gone over in 15 of 18 Rodon starts this season. Yankees have won 8 of 11 coming into this one. They've also gone over in a wild 30 of their last 41 games overall. Let's get some picks from the chat and take a look and see what they have here for this one. Hello to Fernando today, and here's Justin as well. Hello. Thomas starts us off. He's got the Yankees on the run line. Justin has Yankees game to go over. And Bittersweet Negroni here is today. He's got the Rangers here to take this one. And here also is Fernando. He's on the Yankees run line in this one, and Blake is on the over. All right, got your plays here. Seals like, Jacob Friday in here. He's got the over in this one, and I'm going to take the Rangers here in this one today with Eovaldi as an underdog on the road. Give me the Rangers over the Yankees in game one. All right, next up is the Athletics here, taking on the Blue Jays. Let's see here. Yep, Yankees, Athletics, and Blue Jays. You got the Blue Jays here favored $1.50 or so, and the total currently sits at 9. For the Athletics, and Osvaldo Bido on the mound here in this one. Bido has a 7.78 ERA in his last 4 starts. The A's still pretty good run here out of the All-Star break. They've been looking pretty good. They have gone under in 5 straight. For Rodriguez, he has a 4.8 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Blue Jays have gone over in 4 of his last 5 starts also. Blue Jays, wild over team right now, having gone over in 32 of their last 41 games. You guys can get your plays ready in this one with the Athletics and the Blue Jays here. Toronto's gone over in 12 of their last 13 day games, playing on a back-to-back. In this one, I would think it feels like some runs here. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. And we'll make a pick here as well with, let's see here, start us off here with the Oakland game here. Thomas will start us off, it looks like, here with the Oakland Athletics on the money line. Hello to Trevor Davis. Good morning. And Fernando on the over here. Also, looks like here is Ray on the over here. Got some good over action. Great to have Jeff today here. He took Toronto in this one as a favorite. And Trevor likes Oakland in this one today. All right. I'm going to grab Toronto here as a favorite with Rodriguez at home. I'm going to take them laying that short price right now. Looks like I said, $1.50. I don't know if it's going to come down any. So I'll take it on the show here and lay a favorite in this one with the Blue Jays here. Thurman wants to go under as well. All right, going to keep it moving here today. Brisk pace today. Oh, I've got a game here where the line is just starting to come out. So let me type it in here. We have the matchups with the Tigers and the Giants. I don't even know if I have to play yet because I haven't actually. This is the first line I've seen, although this probably is pretty close to what we were expecting here with the Giants. And I would imagine that this is again, some type of opener situation here for the Tigers, the way things have been running here right now. So that's just something to keep in mind, I think, in this particular matchup with the Giants. Just such a massive favorite here, certainly, with Webb on the mound here for Webb. He has a 0.61 ERA in his last two starts. He's looked good here. Giants are 7-11 in his last 18 starts, but the Giants continue to roll right now, 11-3 in their last 14 games overall, following the 3-2 win yesterday over the Tigers. And Giants have gone over in 5 of their last 7 games overall. So we'll see. Let me see here if I can. This one's a little bit on the fly at this price. Let me just maybe compare it to my expectations here. See if anything here. 225 does seem like that's where we're headed here. And the total is 7.5. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do it right. I'm going over. I'm going over for sure. Giants and Texas and the Giants and Tigers here in this one, and that'll be my play at 7.5. I have a feeling that one could tick up to 8. I'm starting to see it come out all over right now. Mostly 225, 230, and 7.5. Slightly juiced to the under at a few books that are coming out right now with the line. So, you guys, anything on this one? Right now, and let's see. All right, maybe nothing here on this one with you guys because you guys might be seeing it just the same way I am right now with that line kind of just coming out here with the Tigers and the Giants today. Okay, we'll just keep it rolling here. Game 2 of the doubleheader right now, and I'm sure a lot of you will wait maybe and see what happens in game number 1, but immediately following, half hour later, we'll have the Rangers and Bradford, and the Yankees will have Garrett Cole. Like I said, we'll flip-flop the pitchers here a little bit in the doubleheader today. So for Garrett Cole in this one, right, he's the one that we didn't have scheduled in that game yesterday. So we'll look at it. We'll look at it from Cole's perspective here. For Garrett Cole, he comes in with a 4.67 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cole has gone under in 3 of his last 4. Yankees, as we said, pretty hot. We'll see what happens here in that first game. For Bradford, we talked about his numbers a little bit yesterday. Looking pretty good back when he was getting rolling with the season, but we really haven't seen too much of Bradford here and how long he'll go. I'm not sure. He's only had 4 starts this season and just 1 here since he's returned to the rotation a little bit here right now. Rangers are 4-0 with Bradford on the mound, but I figure Yankees probably can grab this one, and I'll probably lay it here with the Yankees. I'll lay the run line here. I would think maybe in the doubleheader, yeah, a little worried to go over in the second game of a doubleheader like this, but at 8.5 over 20, I'll just leave it. I'm showing it at 9 now here at Circa immediately. 9 over 9. Let's just call it 9. And right now, steam coming in actually in game number 1 of the doubleheader. I just want to mention this right now. The total was 8.5, but it's quickly moving up to 9. Wow. In this one between Texas and Yankees game 1. This is game 2 I have on screen, but I just want to mention game 1, the total's moved up here right now to 9. Some steam coming in on game 1. So take that for what it's worth. I'll take game 2. I'm going to lay the run line with the Yankees. And maybe we got some plays here from you guys in game 2 with Justin. He'll do his I am here with the run line. Maybe Fernando's got over in game 2. Here's the Yankees on the run line today. And okay, so interesting right now also, and I mentioned the total, right, how it was moving. I would imagine I'm going to take a little peek here at the weather because game 2 of the doubleheader is also moving higher. So hopefully that's why you're joining me here on the Morning Steam for this type of move, this type of information, because both games are moving over right now in the doubleheader. And I'm just going to peek real quick at the weather forecast in Yankee Stadium to see if there's anything that's factoring in on there right now, or maybe you guys might comment on it as well. But both games moving over here, and obviously a makeshift doubleheader that could. But again, I'm always one to say, hey, let's go under here. It's a beautiful day. Now the wind is blowing out to center field, 10 to 12 miles an hour straight out to center field. So that could be a little bit of a factor there. But both games moving higher here in this one today. So just something to keep in mind there. I kind of like that over in game 2, actually. And let's see a few more here. Nope, I think that'll do it. Public Enemy like the Yankees in game 2, it looks like. Yeah, we are moving kind of quick here, gang. I'm going to try to cover those NFL games too. So I want to keep it going. And of course, we do have some, obviously coming up. Want to get out of here in time, for the big match coming up certainly right now in women's soccer at 11 Eastern and 8 Pacific. So I kind of want to move it along, if you know what I mean. All right. How about my Padres here? They are unstoppable at this point. I can sit here and be one of those homer honks and tell you how great they are, but you guys might be catching wind of this team. They are the most clutch team in the major leagues, I think. I'm pretty sure that's a fact right now. With another 9th inning home run from Jackson Merrill to tie the game last night. The Padres did the same thing they've been doing. They clutch up late, and then they end up crushing in the extra inning right now. Merrill hits the game-tying home run, the 21-year-old, with only the second man in the expansion era other than him and I had it, but only 2 men in the expansion era have ever hit 4 home runs in the 9th inning or later to tie the game or go ahead in the game. Jackson Merrill is one of those 2 men. So he's been absolutely clutch here, and I've got to think the Padres are going to smash them. I don't think it'll be something where it'll come down to the end. Maybe it will, the way the Padres are making things exciting, but I would think against Roddery Munoz today, the Padres should smash the Marlins and put up some runs the way this offense is going. We found out what the problem is with Luis Arraez. He's got, I think, some basically saying torn thumb ligaments. Maybe Arraez, if the Padres could kind of secure things up. He's not helping the situation with only batting 200 here of late, and Arraez is a 300 hitter. We know that, so why not have someone else in there? Padres have plenty of guys right now. Get Arraez healthy, get that thumb, try to get as healthy as you can. But we'll see about that. I would think the Padres today continue this situation here and get this one, even if it is closely rated here, not closely rated with the spread, but the way the Padres are playing, they're playing close and then blasting them in the end. Waldron has a 5 ERA in his last 3 starts, but a couple of wins in there. 1 start against Miami for the knuckleballer. 7 shutout innings in that start. Roderick Munoz, a 9.22 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Marlins are just 4-9 with Munoz on the mound. They've dropped 6 of their last 3 overall. Marlins have gone over in 8 of their last 9 at home. Padres have gone over in 9 of their last 14. And, of course, they've won 15 of their last 17 games overall for the Padres. Woohoo! Feels exciting. All right. And let's take a look here with what we've got. With Ray took the Padres last night. I think he took them in took them in the in game there. Justin says, "Give me Manny Machado, RBI today." Frankie says, "San Diego on the run line." Thomas is going to put the Padres in a parlay. Ray says, "Marlins team total under in this one." Great to have Nunya in the chat today. Hi, Nunya. What's good, Gab G? Oh, what's up, gang? I saw the gang. I just wanted to say that. All right, I think we've got your plays in, and I'm on my Padres. Come on. Of course, I'm on my Padres here on the run line today to smash. All right, next up, Astros and Red Sox here with Spencer Arrighetti going on the mound here in this one. And the Astros pretty much crushed the Red Sox and struggling Tanner Houck yesterday. I maybe wasn't buying into the fact that Houck was, I was kind of just chalking it up to a little bit of tough run, but it does look like Houck fading here to a certain extent. So, all right, Astros here going up against the White Sox with the Red Sox with Winkowski on the mound here for Boston today. For Boston, that pretty much would constitute a bit of a bullpen game, I would figure, in this one. Red Sox have gone over in 16 of their last 18 games. The Astros, though, with Arrighetti, he's got a 4 ERA in his last 3 starts, but all losses. Arrighetti lost all 3 of them. And the Astros are just 2-8 with Arrighetti in his last 10 starts, and they've gone under in 7 of his last 8 starts in this one. So what do you guys have in this one with the Astros and the Red Sox? Boston not only I've mentioned all those overs, but seven straight of them have been over. And your comments here, Astros and Red Sox. Here's over for Justin today. And see, Jermaine says, check out the umpire in this one. I think I might have the umpire report, but let's see here. Let me get the plays in here. Where did I see that? Okay, Jermaine says home team. He's a road umpire. Okay, I know Mertzel. He's kind of an under guy, right? Frankie says go over though here, and Public Enemy on the Red Sox. And Nunya's ready for that UFC and NFL. Thank you, Bittersweet, for that water polo Olympics information there. Jacob says give him the Red Sox team total over in this one. Ray says he'll take the Astros here. And Blake says, how is that weather in Boston, Ramon? You're a weatherman in your spare time. Well, I'll take a peek at it real quick here. I don't want to keep us dragging too much. A beautiful day here. High 80s, and then cooling through the game. Starts around 87 degrees. It'll end up around 80, and the wind blowing out to right field. About 10 miles an hour here in this one. There's Will today. He wants his Astros in this one. All right. For me here I'll take it. Let's go with Will. I'll take the Astros here. I don't know. I think Arrighetti might have a pretty good outing actually in this one. And also, I would think the splits really do kind of favor, Winkowski. He's actually kind of tricky, actually. So I might have a premium there. We'll see what happens, but I'll just take Arrighetti here and the Astros at even money right now with his Red Sox struggling here a little bit. All right. Yeah, Tanya, right? You got to have your own private weatherman. And, there are some people you can follow on X to give you great up to date weather information. I think the, uh, top guy is probably Kevin Roth. If you follow Kevin Roth on X, he really gives you any kind of weather alerts, significant weather alerts. You can even turn on his notifications. He's pretty serious about what he does. He's a professional meteorologist and likes sports. So, Kevin Roth, WX on Twitter. He's kind of the go-to guy when you need that um, quick information, that important information. All right, there's a little bit of steam coming in right now, and I don't get too far out of line. I will mention it, but obviously I flopped with the White Sox yesterday, and we all did as a kind of a consensus play. The White Sox are taking the steam here once again with sorry Flexen in there, but they are on the move here. They might move south of $2 here. Cubs will still stay over a $2 favorite, but you might not be able to get plus 200 on the White Sox by the time this move is over right now. They're coming in on the White Sox again. And don't panic. I mean, that's just what sharps do. But, uh, I tried them yesterday, and I probably wouldn't want to try them here again today after not getting the best price. If the sharps are going to go ahead and take the White Sox again, I'm probably not going to do it. All right. Angels here with Griffin Canning going up against the Nationals and Patrick Corbin. So everybody will get all excited with Patrick Corbin on the mound, and we can go back to the Angels here. Probably, I don't know. They feels just real good for whatever reason. Whatever the Angels are doing, man, this is as confident as they've been playing all season. Now they've only won 6 of their last 11, but it just feels like we had them yesterday, and they did a great job. Obviously, hanging in there. Game didn't work out for us, but still got a good pitching effort, and they end up losing that one 3-2. But they're in the games right now. Angels playing a little bit better. These two pitchers have been pretty bad of late. Canning, a 7 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's gone under in 9 of his last 13. Angels 6-2 though with Canning. In his last 8 starts, Angels have gone under in 11 of their last 17 games. The Nationals here with Corbin 0-3 and a 10 ERA in his last 3 starts. That seems bad, but it seems normal, actually. Washington just 2-11 with Corbin. He's been padding our pockets here with the fade train. Nationals are just 6-11 in their last 17 overall. They've gone over in 10 of their last 14, but interestingly, Corbin's been an under pitcher here for the last several weeks. Gone under, or I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Corbin's been going over. Of course he has. 9 of his last 14. I better just get your plays here before I flub it up too much. Let's see what we got. Frankie on the Angels money line here. Blake on the over. And Justin says, give me the over as well. And Nate's on Griffin Canning here. Jermaine says, give me the Angels team total over. And Fernando is going over as well in this one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the Angels here again and try them again here with Canning. I'll try to go with Patrick Corbin Day. I'm down for a little Patrick Corbin Day, I guess. I always I would not fade those funny spots, but there's something to it. And when you're talking 2-11, I guess that's pretty good and pretty much good enough for me. All right, next up, Reds and Brewers with Nick Martinez here on the road, going up here today against Myers. Myers going to be a favorite here for Myers. Let's see what we got. Coming into this one, he's got a 2.21 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Brewers are 5-2 in their last 7 games at home with Myers on the mound. Reds here with Martinez. He's looked real sharp here of late. Last 3 games, no earned runs and a 2-0 record. He doesn't run very deep. He's only pitched about 4+ innings in those 3 starts. That's kind of the way he rolls right now, but Reds have gone over in 5 of his 6 starts right now, and the Reds also have gone over in 8 of their last 9. The Brewers have gone over in 10 of their last 13. This 4-game winning streak for the Brewers are averaging 10 runs a game right now in this current run that they're on after blasting for 8 runs yesterday. And we had the premium, of course, on the over. And, well, that was the game. I guess I'll take my victory lap. I had already committed to the Brewers, and the chat went with the Reds. So Ramon got one yesterday, a win over the chat. Sorry, chat. You guys have been beating me down pretty hard. So Brewers got it, but can they get it back here again today? What are we going to do with the Brewers and the Reds? Any comments from the chat? Welcome to join us here right now. Justin is going over 8.5 runs in this one. And look at this. Tremaine says the Angels just smashing. We're continuing on there with this one. The Brewers. Brewers money line here for Frankie. And Ray says give him the over here. Jeff's on his Brewers today. You can bet if you can see his avatar. He's our Brewers correspondent. I got to feel like the Brewers are in a pretty good spot here right now, the way this offense is going again here. Brew crew for Nate. Blake's going over. Ray's going with the Brewers. Will's going with the over in this one. Maybe Jermaine, though, still wants to grab the Reds. I don't know if I can do it here today. Go ahead and give me the Brewers in this one to keep going right now. Brewers looking pretty good here. Maybe I can mix it up. Maybe I have to go through. Maybe my Padres have to go through Jeff's Brewers before I can get to Thomas's Guardians and some other teams along the way. But I'm excited. All right, Fernandez has got another sweep coming. You got another sweep coming. Guardians and Twins here with Gavin Williams on the mound going up against Simeon Woods Richardson. This one's closely rated with Woods Richardson about $1.20 here, 8.5 over at minus 115. We saw, of course, yesterday Bailey Ober and the Twins do a pretty good job. And hey, I had the Twins here on the show, and Steven gave us the under. Pretty good job by us. For Woods Richardson, he's kind of been dinged up here a little bit of late. So the last 6 starts, an ERA close to 5. Woods Richardson, I want to throw in, though, no Nerfy requests or anything yet, but Woods Richardson, and just to trick, Yerfy has been on fire right now, by the way. I don't know if there's any comments or I saw the stat. It's wild. The Yerfy is wild, right? Starters are struggling out of the gate over the last 3 days here. It feels like now. I think I want to say 3 days at this point. I believe it's. I don't want to be wrong, man, but I'm at least 3 out of every 4 games seem to be getting a run in the first inning this weekend. Right now, this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let me just say right now the way the game's been going. So, but Woods Richardson, he's absolutely terrific. Only 1 in 19 as he allowed a first inning run. Did have 1 start against Cleveland. Did Woods Richardson 5 1/3 innings and 1 run allowed. Guardians have lost 7 straight games right now, so this is a little bit of an issue here, certainly, at this point, as the offense continues to have, more so the pitching, I would think. For Gavin Williams, a 5.79 ERA in his last 4 starts, and the Guardians are just 2-5 with Woods Richardson, with Williams on the mound. Williams has good numbers against Minnesota, 2 starts, a 1.5 ERA, including a victory. Cleveland's gone over in 8 of their last 9 games. Give it to me, chat. What you got here? Cleveland and Minnesota. Today, we'll start it off with. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Brewers were our first consensus play. How about that? Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate that. I'll mark that down real quick. And here we go with this one, the Guardians and the Twins with. Frankie Diamond leads us off. He's on the Twins. Thomas is on the Twins. Blake is on the Twins. And here's a little bit of Guardians coming in, right, at least here to balance it out from our man Fernando. But Justin's on the Twins and Jacob's on the Twins. Panger says twin bins. Now, he might have meant to say the famous saying, win twins. Thomas says consensus play here is on the Minnesota Twins. He doesn't need to be told 10 times from the chat that the Twins are a pretty solid play. And you know what? I'm going to go with the chat as well. Give me it, Team Steam. I'll roll with the Twins here as my play. It's the law. All right, next up. Cardinals and Royals. This battle of Missouri continues here. We saw yesterday, of course, the Cardinals explode for all those runs. We gave you the over here on the show yesterday. Told you to fade that under steam a little bit. Now, did think the Royals were going to probably do most of the damage, but it was the Cardinals with the offense yesterday. In this one, you got Waka, $1.75 here. Waka's 4-0 in his last 6 starts with an ERA of 3, and the Royals have won 6 of Waka's last 7 starts, going under in 6 of his last 8 starts overall. Of course, Waka, the former Cardinal, has 3 career starts against his former team. He's 3-0 with a 3.12 ERA. So whether he gets up or not for it, and it's hard not to when these two teams play. They know that the fans pack it in for this series. And obviously the Royals are the team with a little bit more significant run right now, but the Cardinals have to feel like they're still plugging. Palante has a 5.32 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's been pretty terrific in the first inning, just giving up one first inning with runs out of 11 starts. Cardinals have gone 3-1 in their last 4, over in 10 of their last 15 games. Royals are over in 11 of their last 15 overall. Your comments are welcome here in this one with the Cardinals and the Royals. Hello to Darren in the chat. Here's Frankie. He's going to start us off with Kansas City. And here's Darren, Kansas City first 5-run line. Blake's on the Royals. So is Thomas. So is Jacob. And Law Dog will take that Nerfy here. Mentioned the numbers for Palante, pretty good. Waka, he's just average, I would think. 4 out of 20. He's allowed a first inning run. So I feel like this is kind of consensus-y here, Thomas. I'm going to also go with the Royals here in this one as my play. And I would imagine this one might be here. Also, you got yep, he's saying it. And here's Will. Will is on Kansas City as well. Public Enemy took Kansas City. Thank you for saying that, Nunya, and also Panger. Please like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Tony's Picks, here on YouTube. The 42,000 subscriber juggernaut. How about it, guys? 42K. Let's keep it going here with the show. As Thomas lets us know, we've got another consensus play so far. Terrific. I might have missed one. What was it? We have Brewers, we have Twins, and what was the other one? Here's Ray going team total over, and Law Dog also on the Royals today. Hey, Cardinals bit them yesterday, so I'm just going to go with them in the chat. Hopefully they get it for us here, chat. All right, Orioles and Rays. How about this one? We saw yesterday the Orioles doing a pretty good job for Team Steam consensus. How about it? Yeah, road favorite was Zach Eflin, but a pretty good effort from Eflin, a 4-1 victory for the Orioles, and we got that one right yesterday. Team Steam, no ifs, ands, or buts for us in that one. Let's see. For the Orioles here in Corbin Burns, he does have a 4 ERA in his last 4 starts, but a 3-0 record in those games. And the Orioles are 11-3 with Corbin Burns in his last 14 starts, going over in 10 of those games. For Baltimore, 8-5 in their last 13 overall. Burns faced Tampa Bay, pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 unearned runs in his 1 start. Now, here's Rasmussen. making his first start of the season. He was sidelined after 8 starts last season, but he has pretty good numbers in his career if he can regain that form. Rasmussen's always been kind of an underrated pitcher down there in Tampa. He has a 2.95 career ERA and a 20-10 overall record in 46 career starts. 2-0 against Baltimore with a 2.13 ERA. Rays have gone under in 9 of their last 12 games overall. We'll get your plays here right now in this division matchup between the Orioles and the Rays. Baltimore's gone over in 8 of their last 9 road games with no rest. It's already I haven't even looked at the plays, and Baltimore's already a team steam consensus play. How about that? Let me look and see how many were on this one. Wow. Frankie's on Baltimore. Thomas is on Baltimore. Here's Jacob on Baltimore. Darren's on the Baltimore run line. I guess that would be a consensus. And there's Justin on it as well. Law Dog says he'll take the over here in this one. Oh, all right. Well, if Team Steam is consensus is on it, I'll take him. Let's go with Baltimore here on the road. They did it yesterday. I was kind of torn on it. I'm just rolling with the chat here in this one. I'm just going to take him on the money line. So Thomas says that's what we're taking. So also Will is on Baltimore here today. Okay, feels like right now. Feels like Baltimore knows keep the pressure on, keep it rolling here right now. And we're not slighting Tampa at this point. They've got to start getting the move on here if they want to beat Tampa. You don't know if they're in, if they're selling, if they're not, but all right. Hey, I'm getting ready for just a few minutes. I see some festivities, the Community Shield. We're going to be back in soccer action here. Certainly the Community Shield about to get underway. Manchester City, Manchester United. Pretty fun game to lead into that U.S. women's soccer match here as well. Other Olympics action going on. A lot of fun today with a lot of games, a lot of sports going on, and we're cooking. All right. Let's get to the Battle of Chicago right now between the Cubs and the White Sox. What a game yesterday. They got to crochet, and the White Sox almost brought it back, didn't they? Cubs won it 7-6 yesterday. Yeah, we went with the White Sox. But, hey, you know what? The White Sox actually, could have been I thought they gave a pretty good account of themselves, actually, given the way the game started so poorly for them and for Crochet. It does look like now I should have been. I'm not saying I wasn't clear, and I wasn't sure even, but talk was maybe Crochet could be tailing off here a little bit. And I think we saw that big time. I think Crochet might be a little bit of a fade down the stretch, given the fact that he's also taken some. His prices are pretty bad for the White Sox, actually, right? So we'll see if Crochet, it just looks like he's ready to kind of shut it down, make sure nothing serious goes on, and he'll get his work in here, but didn't quite look like that same pitcher right now, and you just have to wonder if Crochet kind of resting on his laurels a little bit. Great season, no doubt about it. This guy's good looking pitcher, but I would be cautious moving forward. Look, it's the White Sox, and we won't get into all the White Sox stuff, but Flexen, that's something we could get into with some of the stats, right? Flexen's the only guy who could actually be worse than his team. It seems like, man, if you had no Flexen, you might be 5 games better in the standings. Flexen and the White Sox, they've lost 16 straight games with Flexen in there. So I know we can talk about the White Sox and all these bad stats, but that's pretty significant in there, even though we know the White Sox are on that crazy streak here. It's now 1-23, but Flexen still 10.25 ERA in his last 5 starts. Not like this guy's going to get any better. 4 starts against the Cubs, 6.23 career ERA. Steele, a 3.71 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cubs are just 6-12 with Steele. He's gone under in 6 straight starts. Cubs have won 9 of their last 13. They've gone over in 7 of their last 9 games. Cubs and White Sox today from the South Side. Let's see what you got in this one. We're going to start it off here with What do we got? Oh, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Always good to start with Tom. I know where to find. He types in exactly the one thing, Thomas, that you know what your phone doesn't give is when you type in your pick. It's always perfect. All right, Fernando on the over here, I think. I think Blake's on the over. Justin wants to go team total over in this one. Frankie's going White Sox money line here. Still kind of maybe can be in this one today. How about it? And Panger says Chicago Cubs, first five on the run line here. Steele, 6-6-6 in the first five. Flexen is actually better, I think, than his regular stats, 6-12-4. Law Dog says Cubs in the first three. It's a lock. Jermaine, Sox team total over. How about it? And yeah, I was looking tough for Anderson. No, maybe never lived up to the expectations that we good career. If it's over, we don't think it's over, but Jermaine, I'm saying Cubs there. Okay, great to see you guys talking UFC in the chat today. All right, Public Enemy going over in this one, and Jermaine says he thinks there'll be runs scored all over the board. All right, I better make the call here. I'm going to try the Cubs on the run line here today. Pretty big price, and I'm on the show here. I'll just take the Cubs. Panger wants UFC picks, but I've got my podcast out there, Panger. You can check me out this week. We had VB and Gordo this week, so check me out over on YouTube with my UFC pass. And of course, I've got my 5-pack up right now. Don't forget, for the UFC tonight, check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Throw that in there. Thanks, Panger, for my ad lead in. All right. Phillies and Diamondbacks here with Aaron Nola going up against Zach Gallen. How about it? We saw yesterday the Diamondbacks get the win for Team Steam. You guys, I believe it was Steven that just liked Arizona, or I don't know if it was a consensus play actually, but I know Steven liked Arizona on that big plus money. And I said, well, you know what, I'll throw in the run line, but Steven had it right, and we both won, but it was Arizona that won the game yesterday over the Phils. So now they've got Zach Gallen, and they just keep rolling, man. Arizona still worried me. Arizona's won 19 of their last 25 overall. Gallen's won 3 of his last 4 starts, or earned wins in 3 of his last 4 starts. Have been pitching very good. Arizona 6-2 with Zach Gallen on the mound. Gallen's always fared pretty well against the Phillies. They've dropped 15 of their last 23. They probably would like to get home here relatively soon. Nola, 4.37 ERA in his last 4 starts. Phillies are 2-5 with Nola in the last 7 games. They've gone over in 5 of his last 6 starts and 8 of their last 11 overall coming into this one. What do you got? Phillies and Diamondbacks here. Arizona's gone over in 8 of their last 10 with no rest, I guess would be better to say. And your comments, Phillies and D-backs. With Frankie Diamond wants to go under here in this one. Thomas says give him Arizona. Darren's going to go first 5 on the run line here with the Phils and Nola. He's 15-4-4 in his first 5. He's one pitcher that carries out his commitment, if you will, right? In the first 5. That's really much better than his overall team win-loss record, if you know what I mean, not his standard, winning record. Law Dog likes a nerfy here in this one. Nola's not great considering 5 of 23, that might be just below average, and Gallen not great either, 5 of 19, but they're both pretty good, obviously. These lineups, Arizona's gone over in 11 of their last 13 games overall. Blake's on the Diamondbacks here, and Fernando may take the under here. Williams on Philly. Hello to Kwame. Hi, Kwame. and Panger on Philadelphia. I don't think we got any consensus here. That's for sure. Public Enemy as a nerfy here in this one, and full game under. And I think that is going to do it for now. So maybe an easy under today in that one with the Phillies and Diamondbacks. That's kind of the way I'm leaning, actually. So go ahead. If Fernando likes it, I like it too. I want to go under here with the Phillies and the Diamondbacks with these two today. What do I have? 8? Oh, the totals. Well, of course I'm going under. You guys, look, it's 85. It's got to go under here in this one. Let's see, 8.5. 8.5 under 20, 8.5 under 15, 8.5 under 20. I'll just throw a little decimal point in there just for to make it official. And I'll take the under in that one. It looks like Will also going under, and he doesn't mean under 85. He means under 8.5. He's not giving me a hard time or teasing me. Great to see you, Will, my man. Here. All right, next up. Braves and Rockies with Max Fried on the road here, a $2 favorite in this one. But what happened yesterday, Braves? It all feels like it's just they just can't get anything right now. And what is it going to take for the Braves to kind of build some confidence here? The Rockies get the win yesterday. Steven had a great call with the Rockies yesterday. Fried is struggling. He's 0-3 with a 6.46 ERA in his last 3 starts. Still, Atlanta's 12-7 with Max Fried, and he's gone under in 13 of his last 16 starts. But the Braves have a 6-game losing streak right now. Hudson, 5.93 ERA in his last 5 starts, and he's lost them all. 0-5 record. So what are you going to do? Colorado's 3-14 with Hudson on the mound. Rockies have dropped 9 of their last 14. They've gone under in 12 of their last 16 home games. Couldn't get it done yesterday. I think it ended up with a push there in that one, maybe even a loss. I think it went down to 10.5 at some spots. So, but still, because of the Rockies and maybe the overinflated lines, of course, of Coors Field, but it hasn't played out that way. Let's get your comments here, Braves and Rockies, with Frankie's on the Rockies here, but Ray is going to go Diamondbacks. First 5, Fried. That's the wrong game there, but let me just skip it. Let me start over. Frankie is going to go on the Rockies. First 5. And Nunya says the Braves will crush today. Take them to crush. And Will says those injuries have been a problem. Darren wants to go under first 5 in this one. Justin, I think, is he saying take his Braves? No, he's saying he's just angry right now, the way things are going. And let's see. I think Thomas Lewis wants Rock Hudson to start in this one, or maybe Rock Hudson could do better. Fernando going under. Blake will take the Rockies on the run line. How about that? That kind of seems very, very interesting here. And let's see here. One more, Darren, with the under here. I would think that I'll probably just do another under. I think the Rockies move is probably live. I might just do a double play in this one. I'm going to take the Rockies on the run line, and I'm going to take the under. A little double play action. I'm not going to have as many baseball premiums today. I went big in the NFL preseason. I went hard on UFC, and I'll have a package of baseball plays. But on a volatile game like the Braves and the Rockies, give me the Rockies run line and the under today. Public Enemy agrees with me. And yeah, the Braves did wake up a little bit too much. Wake up a little late there yesterday. Kind of like me, I think. Nunya here. Braves run line. And I think that's it for that one. Thanks, you guys. All right, it's going to be a hot one tonight. Man, did you see Shohei Ohtani's home run last night to center? Man, did he crush that? Even 88-year-old Sandy Koufax. I know, Tony, that's one of your favorites, Tony. And, man, he was in awe of Shohei Ohtani. And you know what else he could be in awe of, Sandy Koufax? Shohei Ohtani's pitching. And good news. Look, it's going to be a while still, but Ohtani, everything's looking good for a return to the mound here with his, he's still kind of in rehab mode with his, injury so we haven't seen him in pitching, but just a positive report about Otani and his pitching career. It looks like he'll be able to resume his pitching career eventually. Pirates, we got a guy who's having a pitching career right now, Paul Skeens, one of the top two rookies in the Major League Baseball, a candidate for Rookie of the Year, along with a few other guys. Probably we know he's going to get it, but man, come on, my guy Jackson Merrill. The Pirates have purposely avoided pitching Paul Skeens against the Padres, so Merrill didn't take him deep and lose the Rookie of the Year award. Anyways, here it's nearly a pick 'em today, even with going up against the Dodgers here. In fact, the Pirates actually opened the slight favorite, and now the Dodgers are favorites. So the move is actually to the Dodgers today. Pretty sure that's the way it looks to me. Now, for Skeens, still continuing to pitch well, 2.04 ERA. Pittsburgh still has a glimmer of hope, but they can't waste any time. Every game's important, and now they've dropped 7 of their last 8 games overall after kind of getting clubbed yesterday by the Dodgers. So you wonder if Skeens can get some support here. Pittsburgh's 9-5 with Skeens in his 14 starts right now. He did face the Dodgers back on June 5th, gave up 3 runs in 5 innings. Pirates have gone over in 8 of their last 11 games. Ryan, so far, 3 starts. Typical Dodger new pitcher, 3-0 in those games with him, 2.3 ERA and a 1-0 record here. Dodgers 12-5 in their last 17 at home. They've gone over in 10 of their last 14 games. What do you guys have here with the Pirates and the Dodgers? Let's see here, chat. All right, Justin is on the Dodgers. We get it rolling here. Frankie's on Pittsburgh. And let's see here. Dodgers for Thomas. Darren's going to go run line for the Dodgers in this one. Fernando over. Hello to JPZ. And Ray Otachi wants Dodgers on the money line. And Will says he'll take the under in this one, but Public Enemy's going to go on the over. So I don't know if there was a little bit of support both ways here. Felt like the Dodgers were the lean by the chat, and I kind of want to take the Dodgers myself here, it feels like, but I'm going to go under as my play in this one with these 2 starters. A Law Dog wants the Dodgers here. I'll take the under in this one. And I might just bet the Dodgers like I always do. But, man, we're hot on the tail. Padres hot on the tail of those Dodgers, but they keep winning too. Okay, next. That's it. Final game right here. And then we'll get into some football with the Mets and the Mariners. Mets have gone under in 8 straight games. If you're one of those days of the week guy, I got one of those sites that gives some really – specific trends. But this one is just so interesting, right? Mets, 15 straight losses against American League teams that are over 500 on Saturday. Sports Money, you out there? That's right up Sports Money's alley. That's 15 straight losses for the Mets on Saturdays when playing an American League team that's over 500. All right, I don't know about that, but I do know the Mariners always go under. 20-38 to the under at home this season right now for the M's. Just seems like every game. What was it yesterday? 6-0. They knocked them out with Bobby Miller on the mound, or Bryce Miller on the mound yesterday. 6-0 victory. The Mets couldn't get anything going in that one, so. Good call by Steven, too. He had Seattle with us. Gilbert, though, 0-3 in his last 3 starts with a 7.63 ERA. The Mariners just 1-5 in the last 6 games with Gilbert. Although Gilbert did face the Mets in one start, he gave up 6 2/3 innings. Is that right? Let's just move on. Mets have gone under in 10 of their last 13 games on the road. For Mania, the veteran here, last two starts, no earned runs, a couple of wins here. Mets are 7-1 with Mania right now, really looking sharp at this point. Mania, wow. All right, let's get your plays here in this one. Kind of interesting, this one, huh? Here we go. Oh, it looks like Thomas said the Dodgers were a consensus. How about that? Okay, gotcha, Thomas. I still am missing one consensus. I know you'll give us the wrap up, but I didn't write down one of them. I don't know which one. Thank you, though. And let's get rolling with the picks from the chat. It's going to be Justin starting us off with the under. Frankie's on the Mets. Blake is on Seattle. Thomas is on the Mets. Nathan's on Seattle. Well, we know we're going nowhere with this one, but here's an under for Fernando. It says another under, like he's got plenty of unders here today. Fernando and I could be riding with the unders. We're riding dirty. All right. And let's see here. Teresa, hello, good morning. She likes Seattle. Will's on the Mets. For every is yin, there's a yang at this point. Darren says, give me the first 5 under. And let's see, Law Dog going over. Teresa, thank you for catching up on all the plays that you wanted to comment on. Appreciate you being on the record in the chat. Jermaine on Seattle here. And take your time, Tom. We'll just get on the end, Thomas. Juice, Mets. Nate Dogg, Mets. Nate Dogg, I'm going to follow Nate. I think I saw Nate on Twitter, and I was like, is that the Nate Dogg? And I'm like, I better follow him. And I hope I got the right account, Nate. You on Twitter, on X, right, Nate? Saw your account. I'm like, I'll follow him, but I don't know if that's the Nate Dogg. I mean, Nate Dogg's kind of a popular nickname, but I think it was him because I think I saw. Is your avatar a dog on X too? I'm trying to think. Don may be going under here, but Ray's going over. Public Enemy's going under. Jacob says Mets team total under. So I don't know if there's anything I can make out of the chat in that one. So I'll make my call here. Widely reported steam. Let me look at that line too. I have it 7 over 30, but yeah, it's 7. It's 7.5 everywhere. Let me at least make it 7 over 30 is kind of equivalent to 7.5 under 15. Do you guys agree? But I think it's mostly 7.5 right now. Seattle's up to $1.30, $1.35 at some of the square books here. But man, I'm just really intrigued by how Mania has been kind of rolling here of late. So let me take the Mets actually in this one today. I'm going to try to grab Mania here and the Mets get one on the road at even money or so. All right. PC, I think that's what we're talking. What's going on with these Saturdays? Okay, here we go. Okay, Nate, cool. I'll check that out. I'll see if I get it right. All right, that's it for baseball. Thanks, you guys. Great job. I know we're moving kind of quickly and appreciate you guys keeping those fingers moving with your picks. But we just have a lot of NFL games to cover today, too. And I'd like to at least talk about each and every one of them here just for a second or two, try to get a few plays out there as well. I've got a big package of plays, actually, on Tony'sPicks.com, because I know that a lot of people don't necessarily do the work that you need to do. We like to watch preseason football, but we don't always have the picks that we want, or we're a little bit unsure. One thing I do certainly do is go through those quarterback rotations, try to determine the philosophy of the team and how the coaches approach it as well. So I will say this: so far, unders 5-0 so far in the 5 games this week, and I guess all of them because we didn't even finish that other game. So take that for what it's worth right now. I'm sure they're not all going to go under, but so far they have. And let's start it off here with the Commanders. taking on the Jets in this one. Okay, so keep you just abreast here of what's going to go on in this one. Certainly for the Jets here, no Aaron Rodgers. He was busy talking on TV or whatever last night. Probably, what happened last year at the beginning of the season. So why would you even see Rodgers here at all at this point for the Commander? Or let me cover the Jets here a little bit. So you're going to have Ty God here. I would think a lot of Ty God at this point. I would imagine it might even be the full first half of Ty God here. Jordan Travis is, I believe, out right now, still recovering from ankle surgery. So after that, you've got Andrew Peasley. Probably in the second half. Old Andrew Peasley, he doesn't have any NFL experience, but you'll get a chance to see what he has. A little bit of game, but I'm going to end up taking the Commanders here. The steam came in on the Commanders in this one, and I'm not sure that. Look, I think the Commanders' situation is a lot more positive here moving into this first game. Jaden Daniels, the move is on the Commanders because Jaden Daniels is expected to start. Now, he's never taken the field in an NFL game, but he is probably the starter. He is the starter, the rookie starter. Jaden Daniels. You get Mariota, I would imagine, here for most of the first half, and maybe Jeff Driscoll can come in the late second quarter. Sam Hartman also. So looks like a pretty good rotation there with those guys, I would think, at this one. So when Mariota, he's got to kind of get used to Washington here, and you figure Driscoll, he can get with any team because he's been on so many of them. And I would imagine even Hartman, like we could see them all. I'm going to take the Commanders here in this one, gang. And let's see here. Thanks, Thomas, on that. Well, the baseball consensus there. Let me show it here. Milwaukee money line, Twins money line, Kansas City money line, Orioles game to go over, and Dodgers run line. Thank you, Thomas, very much. Baltimore game was over. Is that what it was? Okay, I thought it was Orioles. Maybe make sure I get that right. I didn't know it was over. I thought it was Orioles. Okay, thank you. All right, Jets under here. And let's see here. Also, Thomas going under. And a lot, let's see here. You guys are talking a little bit of Olympics basketball. Appreciate that. Show's kind of over in a way without the baseball, but I'll take the Commanders here. All right, the Bears are going to be visiting the Bills in this one. I guess if any game that I'm going to try, look, I mean, if I get a bunch of unders going, I might be thinking that we're going to see more unders. But I would think this one, if anything, might be the one game that I would maybe start to think that we could have the first over here. The Bills, look, they're going to go with Mitch, MVP Mitch as a starting quarterback. No reason I would think that you're going to mess with Josh Allen here in this one, but MVP Mitch certainly will get plenty of action. I would think MVP Mitch gets most of the first half. They might even actually send Allen out there for a series or two to get him his work, and the Bills just don't have much quarterback depth here in the preseason. Buechele is their other quarterback, Shane Buechele, the former SMU quarterback. He hasn't played in an NFL regular season game yet. So for the Bears here, though, things might be a little bit more interesting here. I would think the Bears might be taking this one a little bit more seriously. Eberflus has shown a tendency right now, 5-2 record in the preseason for Eberflus in his career. And, you got to figure Williams, he sat out the Hall of Fame game, certainly. So you're probably going to see some Williams here. And then after that, you get superstar Bajent in there. We know this guy can sling it. After that, you got Brett Rippon. So the Bears look like they got a pretty neat a little rotation here. We know the Bears have been on the improve, so I'm going to go over though in this one. I like what I see there. Maybe the Bears can hold up their end of the deal, and I probably wouldn't go a premium because this one already has gone higher. And look at these total, right? Not saying that. Look, the way the betting has gone, you'd think we're going to have a bunch of overs finally. Every game has kind of gone, well, not every one, but plenty of moves to the over on a lot of these games, 1 or 2 points. It is creating some value if you want to stick to the ugly under preseason, get in, get out. Week 2 generally should be perceived right as the dry run, as the game where you're going to play the veterans, not game 1. Game 3 too close to the season, game 1 too early, don't want to get hurt. All right. We're playing basketball without the basketball. All right, here we go with great comments there on that basketball. I'll touch on basketball here a little bit at the end of the show. All right. I think this might be over in this game from Thomas and maybe Law Dog as well. Blake likes the Bills, so still to get it done. Frankie on the Bears here. I'm going over in this one. Nunya thinks the Bills a smart play here in this one. The Bears having some problems, he says, up front. Law Dog says he likes a high-scoring game. Teresa says under NFL all the games, maybe she's saying. And thank you, Nanya. You want me to go? You want me to go further? Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court like I am the king of the microphone, and so is Dr. J and Moses Malone. I could go on. All right, Thomas, here we go. Nobody wants me singing basketball with Mr. Curtis blow. Public Enemy does like the over here. It almost seems like a consensus. You guys are kind of feeling the way I am, and I've been rolling under. I have been. All right. Next up here, we continue on with I remember. Hey, this was my first Super Bowl, you guys. That's how old I am. It was 1977, I think, when I started to realize in full cognization that I liked football. And I remember the Raiders and the Vikings in that Super Bowl with Kenny Stabler, and they won the game. Raiders here favored on the road in this one by 3. The move has been on the Raiders here. Definitely. Minnesota open. Let's see here. Maybe a 1.5 point favorite at a lot of spots right now, but we're looking at a field goal favorite here for the Raiders in this one. All right, let's take a look here and see. Look, the Raiders, we know who they have in the quarterback room, but it's just a matter. Look, Minshew probably penciled in as a starter. Aiden O'Connell played quite a bit last year, not overwhelming, but he had a few moments. And now we're going to see Anthony Brown Jr., and who knows how that's going to go. But I would think that we could see a battle here for the Raiders, and maybe that makes them a little bit live here against Minnesota. This one feels like back to that under form, it feels like a little bit. So figure these guys probably battle it out a little bit with Minshew and O'Connell. Maybe O'Connell, of course, gets the bulk of the work in the second quarter, but man, it could be Anthony Brown and maybe even Carter Bradley is listed on there. I don't know if we'll see him. Yeah, I would imagine he'll mop it up. But for the Vikings here, with Darnold as the starter here temporarily. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But J.J. McCarthy has every right to think he can get in here. We've seen the interviews with, with Coach and McCarthy, obviously the greatest quarterback we've ever seen in the history of college football. I've heard, and we'll get a good look at him here, but we'll also get plenty of Nick Mullins and Jaron Hall. Also, that's a pretty good rotation for the Vikings too, interestingly enough. But man, this total 39.5. Is this a regular season game what's going on here? Now, I know I just mentioned some guys that maybe the offense would be the way to look here, but still, come on, NFL preseason game? Jeez. All right. I like that rotation for the Vikings, and I don't know if I want to lay it with the Raiders on the road, even though it does feel like um, the public is on the Raiders here. I don't know. All right. Frankie here, Raider. Everybody loves rapping basketball. Thank you guys. I'll probably get in trouble for that, but that's how old I am. I know that song, and I still know that song. All right, Raiders under here. Law Dog on the Raiders. I can't do it. I can't be on the Raiders here, even if Nunya's going to roll with them too. I'm going to try the Vikings at home. I know the public's going to be riding Raiders here a little bit, but like I said, I don't mind this rotation for the Vikings, especially. Look, McCarthy's getting work, and then Mullins and Hall. That seems pretty good there. But man, that total's high. You know, it opened as low as 34.5, and we've seen it move up to, and now that was pretty rogue. In fact, Bet Online opened it at 33, and it's all the way up to 39.5. And like I said, unders 5-0 so far in the preseason. And we know now, last season, you know, the first, since we've gone to the 3 games, the first game went over last year. The trend was over. But so far this year, not so much. Packers and Browns today in this one. With the Browns are favored here at home, and I don't know. They might get plenty of attention, it feels like, in this setup right now. You got to figure with Jordan Love. Look, no reason to get Jordan Love in any trouble. If he gets out there for a series, that might be fine. But the Packers quarterbacks after Love, you got Sean Clifford. Yeah, I'm a Sean Clifford fan. He was the backup last year, but they brought in Pratt, and Pratt, he could compete for the number 2 job. So good quarterback battle, but I don't know if it's what you want to do. Hang your hat on here on the road against the Browns. I think the Browns probably have a pretty interesting rotation here, and yeah, they're favored. And I don't want to lay too many points in a preseason game. If we can keep it down to under, oh god, it's 5.5 now. I didn't know that. Oh, there it is right on screen. Man, that's too many points. But I expect the Browns to
final.
I think beat them up. So here's the plan for the Browns today. You got Jameis Winston, which actually could be a problem here. I would think probably no Deshaun Watson here, but this is I think what everybody's thinking is the Browns coming in with maybe the best quarterback as a whole, as a group, right? You got Winston. I know he's, we know what we get with Winston, but preseason he's going to come out slinging. After that, you got Huntley, and then you got DTR. Well, all those guys have played NFL regular season games in big, in important games. So a lot of experience here at quarterback for Cleveland. I'll take them. I don't want to let 5.5 points. It's a free pick on the show. I'm not taking the Packers necessarily. I think this is a little bit of a preseason mismatch, quite frankly. And I think I'll just prefer to roll here with the Browns. With the Browns here in this one. LaFleur, I think he's 4-8, 5-8 in the preseason for LaFleur. So I'd rather roll with Stefanski. Stefanski 3-1 in week 1 preseason games, laying a big number here, man. 5.5 now. I'll take the Browns, whatever. All right, and maybe we got anything from you guys, Packers and Browns here. And looks like Law Dog says he likes Green Bay in this one. Maybe he looks like a Pratt fan. I like Pratt. I like these guys. But here's Blake going under. Maybe Blake, I think so here. And all right, I think that's it. Nunya's got me laughing here. Don't make me laugh too hard, Nunya. All right, here, 49ers and the Titans today with the Titans, a pretty big favorite here by 4 points or so. Oh, God, it's 6 now. It's 6. Okay, we might be getting a little bit too carried away here. And the total, um, seeing it up to here 39 or 39 in this preseason game. I guess, you know what, Brock Purdy going to play the whole first half? What's going on here with these totals? Are they not paying attention? Am I due for a comeuppance? All right, let's look at this one with the 49ers and the uh, Titans here. I would imagine that the Titans are, obviously taking the type of action they are here. You got to figure Will Levis is expected to play probably multiple series coming into this one. And then you got Mason Rudolph. You've got Malik Willis. Pretty interesting little group of quarterbacks right there, actually. You figure you got a playoff caliber type. Well, the guy who's been there a little bit, and Rudolph, I don't know, he's playoff caliber, but certainly did a great job with the Steelers. And Willis last year was absolutely terrific in the preseason. Now, we needed him in the regular season. It didn't work out, but that comes with time, and he tore it up in the regular season. So the Titans here getting plenty of action, because also the 49ers, look, if any team, I would look, if I had to look up and down at all the teams and which team might want to mail it in the preseason, it feels like the 49ers might be that team. They've no reason to get Purdy out there. He's ready to go. He's healthy. That's a good sign, but you don't want to screw anything up. He'll probably get in there, but he's going to get his work in practice. You got Josh Dobbs here, definitely hot for the backup. Josh Dobbs, we've seen him out there plenty of times, right? Dobbs is, just so interesting to watch. I mean, he's a risk taker. Quite frankly, Dobbs can be exciting. We've seen him in regular season games. After that, you got Brandon Allen. I don't know what you'll skip from Brandon Allen. I imagine he'll get in there, and then maybe Tanner Mordecai. So I don't know. 6 points does seem kind of crazy, but man, the Niners, are they really going to get much going here against the Titans in this one? Oh boy. All the way up to 6. Let me grab the Niners. Maybe they can get a back door here with these guys with Allen and Mordecai. Don't feel too great about this one, but maybe I could figure out a little money line parlay with the Browns and the Titans or something here. I'm not too thrilled about this one. I do love. All right, what else we got here, you guys, with this? Anything? Thanks for the picks in this one. Anyways, here's a Titans under for Blake. And let's see. No, yeah, we look at all the positions, certainly, but I can really gonna worry about the QBs. It's tough to look at all the personnel. So, okay, thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you, as always. Much love, and have fun out there. Thank you so much. Biggie, hello today as well. All right, continue on. We got several more here to go. Chiefs and Jags here. And look at this total, 40. Wow, man, I guess you're going to have Mahomes and Lawrence out there for at least the first half. No, I'm kidding. But I guess here with the Chiefs coming in here, we know what their plans are going to certainly look like. I would think in this one, you're going to have, Mahomes will make the call whether he wants to get out there or not for a series here. The widely reported steam did come in on Kansas City. There's still a 1.5 point dog, total up to 40.5. So it does feel like maybe Mahomes takes a series in this one. And after that, you got Carson Wentz, but you've got a backup in Carson Wentz. You don't need Carson Wentz to get out there and, you want to, give them a little bit of experience with the Chiefs. But again, he's a guy you're going to work in practice with here. He'll still play quite a bit, I would imagine. But after that, you've got Ian Book in there, and also  also, I think he's before Book, actually. So The A's are taking steam right now, gang, in the baseball action today. Just want to throw that in there. Just came across the wire here. The A's taking steam in their game against the Blue Jays here. I know I gave out the Blue Jays, but they're moving on Beto. All right, continue on here, though, right now, Chiefs and Jags. So that's the Chiefs' plan. For the Jags, Mac Jones. This is it. You're going to get a lot of Mac Jones. If you think about, maybe Trevor Lawrence, probably going to be in there as well for a series today or two, with this being the home game. We might get a little extra Lawrence. So I think, you're seeing that total. But after that, you got Mac Jones. Okay, maybe Mac Jones, maybe preseason Mac Jones with a new team. Will it be a little bit of experimentation? Will it be comfortable? Will he be out there for quite a bit? And after that, you got Mr. Preseason, C.J. Beathard. So you know that Beathard has been in there plenty in the preseason as well. I'm going to have to take the Jaguars here. I don't care about that steam on the Chiefs, whatever. I think these two guys will be fine. Let's give Mac Jones a chance in Jacksonville, gang. We know the Patriots had lots of problems that were beyond Mac Jones. Come on. Mac was out of there enough, and nobody was able to pick up any slack. We know the Patriots are on a downward trend still. Hopefully they pick it up, but now Mac Jones get a chance to see him with Jacksonville. I'll take Jacksonville today. Don't think I'm some apologist for Mac Jones out here. I'm just saying. You got, some pretty experienced quarterbacks going for Jacksonville, and you're really going to mess, if you're the Chiefs at this point, you need Carson Wentz. I mean, look, Mahomes, hopefully everything goes fine this year for the Chiefs. But if you're the Chiefs, you're still a title contender every year. You want to keep that solid backup healthy. And all right, let's see here. Chiefs under for Frankie. Bittersweet on that water polo action. Thank you for that final. All right, the Bucks and the Bengals in this one. You got Bengals runaway favorite. Total or the game is at 6 and 38.5. 38.5. More offense here today expected, I guess. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to preseason football, but nonetheless, you do have the Bengals. They did take the widely reported steam here, and it looks pretty interesting, right? All the way up to 6 points. I'm not too thrilled about maybe wanting to lay this with the Bengals, even though I think going in, they may look like to have the more solid situation. Now, Burrow, here's the thing on Burrow, right? He's never played in a preseason game, not once, not one down. This one, he might need to step in there for once. Probably not. I wouldn't. I haven't seen the overall necessarily the right plan, but coming off an injury where he could use a little bit of live game action, but would this be the time to do it? I would imagine at home it could be maybe one series, but after that you got Jake Browning. We know we've seen plenty of Jake Browning in there for the Bengals, and then Logan Woodside, and well, you know who you get after that? You're going to get Rocky Lombardi. So I don't know, man. 6 points with that group out of there. Browning will be in there plenty, I'm sure, for the second quarter, but you're going to have Woodside and Lombardi for sure, and you're a 6-point favorite against the Bucks. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I'm probably going to be more interested in just taking Tampa Bay and praying here for Tampa Bay. You're going to have Baker. I would imagine Baker number one. I don't know. He probably will play. He probably wants to play a series. But yeah, Baker is going to be number one for the Bucks this year. And after that, you got Kyle Trask. You got John Wolford, who's definitely played in some regular season with the Rams and did a great job all those years. Trask has been around for definitely a few years now. And after that, I think that's what you got. Mostly Trask and Wolford here against the Bucks. I think that's good enough for me getting a touchdown. Thank you, Sharps, for steaming Cincinnati. I just got to take the Bucks in this one. Frankie says go under here. And we got a couple more here. My Chargers, everybody. My Chargers here against the Seahawks. And uh, this one looks a little more realistic, right? At 34 and a half. And I'll probably grab the under here in this one. I might be interested in the Chargers actually as a small dog here. It's up to 3 right now. Uh, Look, everyone, you can make fun of Easton Stick, but he's definitely got a lot of experience in the preseason, man. Stick has been the Chargers' backup quarterback here for a few years right now, and he's been, plenty of preseason action, man. The Easton Stick has been the Chargers' quarterback in the preseason. Now, Herbert, he's not going to play. He's still rehabbing. You just want to get him ready for the regular season.
Final.
So, Herbert might get in there for the first. I mean, sorry, not her. Stick might get in there for the first half, but after that, you got Max Dugan, the former TCU quarterback, and Casey Bauman. So I like this situation here for the Chargers today, getting 3 points now. But I'm going to take the under as my play on the show here. After all that, maybe I'll just root my Chargers on to have a good outing here in this one. Let me touch a little bit on what we are expecting here for the Seahawks coming in. I think it's pretty clear. Let me see here. Okay. Look, here for the Seahawks, I think with Geno, yeah, he may be in there for a little bit because I think we got Sam Howell here. And look, that might be enough for the Sharps to want to get involved. What are they going to do? You got to figure Geno might actually get in there a little bit. And followed by Howell and then PJ Walker too. So there's some good guys in there, but I'm going to end up taking the under here in this one. I'm not too thrilled about this game. Just want to see how the Chargers come out. Here's Blake wants the Chargers. Nunya says, look at all these guys. I mean, that's just it, right? He's not I know what you mean, Nunya. He's not the best backup in the league or anything, or maybe he's kind of underrated in a way. Nunya says he says you're going to find out today. He's been out there. He's been with the Chargers. I'm with you, Nunya. He's been with the Chargers for a couple seasons now and done a pretty good job in these preseason games. So just note that I'll just say this, okay? John Harbaugh, yeah, they lost that game. It got a little goofy last night. The Eagles and in Baltimore, and then the Eagles probably in Baltimore probably wasn't going to get it done. It almost felt like they purposefully gave the other team a chance. But remember, there's no overtime, so it didn't matter when that field goal was missed at the end of the game, whatever. John Harbaugh, the Ravens, they're the best at the preseason, right? Jim Harbaugh, he was 10-6 in the preseason with the 49ers. I think both these guys, it's more or less the reason why the Ravens are so good. And if you look at Harbaugh, too, these guys are just meticulously organized, right? I think that's what's going to serve the Chargers well with Jim Harbaugh. He's going to change everything. Look, this ownership group is crummy. I can't believe Harbaugh even took the job, but he's so egotistical. He figures, I don't care who these people are, and maybe there's enough chaos in the Chargers front office that Harbaugh can actually get some work done with these guys because the Chargers ownership is all messed up anyways. So, all right. And all right, I think that's it from you guys there on that one. Hi, AOD. One more game I'm going to look at here in the NFL with the Saints taking on the Cardinals here, and Cardinals are going to be, they were a favorite, but the Saints are favored now on a pretty big move. I don't really mind the move, but probably just take the Saints here, maybe on the money line. I don't like laying any points. One thing on these, you guys, I know that we always want the nice return and lay those points. Just do it in the preseason, man, with goofy scoring. Nobody wants to go to you want the game decided. So a lot of times they go for 2. it lands on 1 a lot. It lands on 2 in the preseason. Just keep note of that. So Saints here, though, 2.5-point favorite. Feels like they should be the team to actually be able to handle this situation here today. The Saints will be going, of course, with a group of quarterbacks, including Jake Hayner. I would imagine he will be. No, he got. Let me see. I think it's going to be Derek Carr possibly for one series. I actually haven't seen any confirmation of that, but probably need to have Carr get out there for a series or two the way they looked. Nonetheless, I think Hayner actually is hurt, so you're going to get a lot of Spencer Rattler here today. It feels like, and he can gun it, and maybe that's what people are looking to here. But after that, you got Taysom Hill. Do you really want to put him out there and work on anything with Taysom Hill at this point? So I think the Saints have a lot of questions, actually, and I'm not sure why the move, other than Rattler, could actually be a guy to go out there and be a type of quarterback that could be a good preseason quarterback. He obviously thinks, I'm sure, with his confidence level, can eventually try to chase a guy like Carr down, but still, it's always Carr's job here. Still, despite all the fun we have at his expense, I think he. Let me get the lowdown here on the Cards today. Why are we not looking at them too much? I mean, come on, these guys should be just fine. I would think that Murray. They just announced yesterday he's not going to play at all in the preseason. That gives you a lot of Desmond Ridder and a lot of Clayton Tune. I might be okay with that, actually. You got to figure Ridder plenty of playing time with Atlanta, and you're probably going to get Ridder for a whole first half here. NFL quarterback for sure. And then Clayton Tune, who was the backup here last year. So I like the Cards, I think, in this one. I know everybody's going to be on the Saints, but I'm just not feeling it, gang. I'm going to take the Cards here. The public, it looks like, are really strong on the Saints, considering that move. And totals up to 38. Like, I can't believe these totals, actually. Preseason, we're not too crazy, but I could be on the hook here for some games. Anything here? Nothing left in the NFL preseason. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everything today here on the morning steam. I've got a game here, Tiger Cats and Alouettes. And boy, I'm going to go over here in this one. That game last night, 55 points. I was expecting a low-scoring game. And I don't know. I think here with Montreal at home right now. Let me see. There was some quarterback news in this game here as we look at a couple of peripherals. I think that number is probably still too high. I mean, I know it's been a rough go here for Hamilton, and Montreal's on fire still, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna go over in this one with Hamilton and Montreal. This is a tough game today. All right. One more. You guys were talking about it, and I'll talk about it too, certainly with the USA and France, just because we're going to be on the air tomorrow before the game starts. But just want to say that I think the whole world, not the whole world, the whole country of France, I mean, the buildup is there. There's going to be a lot of momentum for France. They're going to really feel it and feel that crowd, man. This is going to be tough for USA. I know they got the money last time, and maybe we think they continue to roll. I'm probably going to be on France, plus the points. The early game is Australia and Belgium. That's at 5:30 Eastern and 2:30 Pacific, and we are just 10 minutes away from, or no, I'm sorry, not 10 minutes, 4 hours and 10 minutes away from the game with USA. Oh, that's what it is. This is a women's game right here. What am I talking about? Women's game here, USA and France today, and I like USA. That's what I like in the women's game. And the men's game, I like France. Okay, I think we settled that. Thanks, everybody. That's going to do it for me here on the Morning Steam. We're back tomorrow 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. More Tony'sPicks.com. Check out all of our videos from the crew here. And what was the one other event I wanted to mention, of course, today? Oh, gosh. You guys, I'll let you get out of here. That's what it is. 10 minutes away, USA women against Brazil. That's what's going on, right? You know, USA going to win another title here. Like what they had to say about Marta. And hey, who doesn't love Marta? I think that's what I was talking about with Brazil. They got an impressive win to get here, and the legendary Marta. You know, the U.S. team's going to be giving her big hugs at the end of the game because she's a legend, and everyone in women's soccer loves Marta. And maybe she'll even tally in this one. Let me take the over with United States and Brazil in the women's final coming up in just 10 minutes. All right. Enjoy sports today, everybody. Kurt, no, I went with the men. The men's game will be starting. It's going to be tough, right, tomorrow with the women's game at 6:30 a.m. I think I got the times mixed up, so I hope I didn't screw anybody up there in that one. But I like France in the men's game today, Curtis. I hope I made that clear. Maybe I can show the banner one more time here with the line. I think I got it right, didn't I? It's actually up to 16.5 right now and 175. And that game goes off at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, a gold medal game, USA and France. We already saw Serbia, by the way, won the bronze medal game 93-83 as a 2.5-point favorite. They took the steam, and Serbia with an impressive 10-point win in the bronze medal game earlier today. All right. And also one women's game I mentioned, Australia and Belgium tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern and 2:30 Pacific. I like the under in this one. We've already seen a huge move, however. It opened 152.5. It's down to 146.5. And I think the game's going to be closer to 140 points. That is Australia and Belgium women's game tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern and 2:30 Pacific time in the bronze medal game. All right, that's officially going to do it here for the Morning Steam. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.